Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Bodcast. It's episode 83, and I'm here, and Ian is also here.
Hello.
So, we did a super long podcast last week. We're going to do a slightly shorter one this week because it's late, I'm tired, and you don't want to listen to us too much. I'm definitely not singing this one. I feel like I did enough singing last week.
Okay.
But we're going to just do some summary of the week's Lego news or things we haven't got around to talking about yet. So let's start with the topic from last week, which is the Lego ideas. We did it on the Tuesday and it was 36 ideas.
Yes.
By the time we actually released the video, it had gone down to 35. And that's because they'd had a copyright takedown request on the Neverending Story one. Discuss.
So it's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously that's been on the website whilst it's been gaining the 10,000
Yeah, that's what I was
votes.
thinking, like, why now?
But it's not until it hit the end and got slightly more publicity that it clearly popped up on whose ever radar it is, who cares about this, and issued the takedown.
So, in our stream we were talking about it, and someone was saying that the person who wrote the book was very anti the film. They were not happy with how they did the film. And so they have since died, I think, but their family still probably upholds that dislike of the film. So that's probably why it happened.
But surely it was based on the film, so it's the film's copyright that matters, not the book's copyright.
Well, I don't know. It depends how they licensed their book. If they said, we still hold the rights to this IP, then it would be them still, wouldn't it? I guess, I don't know, because unless they have illustrations, it definitely looked like the film.
Yeah.
So I have not read the book, nor seen the film recently, or possibly at all. I don't know how far I got. But, yeah, it does seem odd to get all that way. And, well, I guess it's something that can happen, especially when you're doing IP-based things. But
it's interesting because you have to submit your idea and it goes through a small process where they check that it's like a valid entry. So, and sometimes it gets rejected on the weirdest of ones. I remember, I think Cabbage Face Wicks was saying that he entered one and it got rejected because they were saying it's basically a people pack. So you're not allowed to just submit like custom minifigs and a small build. But I think it was like a kitchen scene. It was quite big.
Was that the Monsters one or something?
No, I don't think it was.
Now I've got the Monsters theme tune in my head.
But yeah, you looked at it and thought, this is kind of a more substantial building than BTS.
Oh yeah.
Which is clearly a people pack. So it's a bit weird. But so clearly during that check, they're not checking the viability of getting the IP.
No.
They're just checking whether the IP conforms to the Lego standards.
Well, like, that would be a lot of work, wouldn't it? But then, I mean, who looks stupid here? Does Lego look stupid for having it in there at all? Or is it just a thing that can happen?
It's just a thing that can happen.
I know people are disappointed because quite a lot of people were quite keen on it. But such is life.
I mean, how gutting would it be, though, if you were like at 9,000 votes when the copyright claim came in and it got taken down and you don't hit the 10k?
Yeah, I'm assuming they honoured the here have the free.
Well, you get it
stuff
for hitting 10k. They hit 10k, so it's got to go through, hasn't it?
But you can't tell they hit 10k because not only was it removed from the list, it was removed from Lego Ideas completely. So you can't see that project anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you go and watch our video. Plug for the video from last week. Unless you're watching, listen to this on audio, then you don't actually get to see those pictures.
No.
But they are there. Does that mean, this is what I was worried, does that mean I could get a copyright takedown request?
That's complicated. I don't think so, because ours would be counted as a review, and in reviews you're allowed to show content. But yeah, it's a little... It's just very complicated.
Because I was wondering whether I should just take out that section of the thing. But we talked about it and done some singing. Felt like everyone needs to hear that. So.
I mean, I wouldn't take it out. You could possibly blur the image.
Obscure the image, yeah.
Couldn't you?
You could. So, has that happened before? Do you ever of it happening before?
Wasn't there the one... They did it based on like a rock band. And they didn't say that it was based on the specific rock band, and so it got taken down, despite the fact that the rock band seemed to endorse it.
Yeah, I can't remember what that one was, but it was like a stage setting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one did disappear. But that couldn't have been a copyright takedown request, surely, if the band was all for it. Because surely they own their own IP.
But no.
No? What? Okay.
Bands very rarely own their own IP until they get quite big and can afford to buy it.
Back, yeah. It's crazy.
It'll normally be the record label that owns pretty much everything.
So I guess sticking away from IP is the safest thing to do. But then, does that get you picked?
There were a fair amount of non-IP ones on there, weren't there?
Right, but does it get you chosen by Lego? Is my point. We've definitely noticed that Lego ideas seem to be churning out IP-based projects recently.
And random Lego objects.
Random Lego objects, and yeah. Because we've got the Polaroid camera coming, that's not IP. And we've got the little scenes. Yeah, space type scenes.
Yeah.
Scenes? Art? I'm going to go with art. That's what it is. I just think it's sad for the person whose project it was. Wasn't it? It was Lego Overwatch, wasn't it, I think?
Oh, he had loads.
And he had a whole bunch in there. Did you know that Lego Overwatch is only 16?
No.
He did the Great Wave, that's clearly not going to get through because they've made a set. But he also did the big turtle. Do you remember the turtle? That was really quite awesome. He did both of those.
Okay.
And then a bunch of this. And I was reading his 10K interview for the turtle and the wave.
Right.
And the fact that he's 16, I was just like, that's ridiculous. Like, how can you be 16 and be churning out that many sets that are of that level? Yeah. It made me feel a little bit not good enough. But, you know...
Well, he's probably been building mocks a lot longer than you.
I'm 38.
Yes.
What's his
age? Built
age?
one mock?
What, the little minion thing?
Yeah.
No, that's not mock. I used to build things as a child.
Okay.
I don't think I'd class them as mocks, though, but they obviously would be, because I made them.
Yeah.
Okay. Chinese New Year sets. Released today, officially, but not like when you listen to the podcast. Today, when we're recording this.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It's really odd, isn't it?
It is really odd. I was starting to worry that maybe there was something wrong with the sets and they just weren't going to come out. The fact that they are now out reassures me that I don't have to worry about, like, there is a fault in my set or something.
Well, how do you know that the sets that are out now are the same as the sets that we got?
Well, I don't.
No.
They couldn't have reproduced them all in that time and restocked them all.
Could have been that the first batch was bad, the second batch is already in production, already in the process of being shipped. I
can't imagine that's the case. Next time I go to the Lego store, I'm going to ask, did you get new sets or are they the same ones?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they must have been the same ones.
But it is odd for a company to sell something and then stop selling it for a little while.
Yeah.
And then suddenly start again.
I mean, they said they weren't ever going to do regional exclusives again. Like that, they made that kind of promise, sort of.
Yeah.
And so...
I mean, they broke it, but they made that promise.
The fact that something is available in one area while it's not available somewhere else isn't an exclusive. It's just a timing thing.
Yeah.
So withdrawing it because it's not available in America, like, seems a little over the top. I can kind of see that, like, America would be pissed, and like I would be. I'm like, I want my sets, but then if you've already started selling them, it's just a really odd thing to do. So I don't know why they did that.
It's going to be, if it was for that reason that the Americans got a bit uppity about it coming late.
Uppity? That's a good word, by the way.
Yeah. What are they going to do about Star Wars? Because Star Wars tends to have a big wave here in June that the Americans don't get till August.
I think they... it sounds like they're releasing the Star Wars in smaller batches and more often, someone was saying. Yeah, I was listening to Callie Bricklick and they had a guy who's a big fan of Star Wars, and they've already seen some of the waves, so... I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars fan. But, I mean, logistically, there are going to be times where things can't go out all at the same time. I mean, apparently Australia aren't getting the minifigures, Series 24, until February.
Right.
So, you just have to sometimes suck it up, and it is annoying. Like, I can see how it's frustrating. Yeah. And, I mean, in America, loads of people were buying from Zavvi, weren't they? Because you could get international shipping. They were buying our sets and getting them shipped over. So, our sets. They were all our sets. As in, from outside of the US they were buying.
So is that why Lego do it? Because they don't want people going and shipping them into the country?
Well, then they need to sort out the logistics and not just annoy the rest of us. So, I mean, they are trying to do that, right? Because they've got a new factory coming in in the US.
Yes.
So that's the whole point of that
Yeah.
factory. So I wish Lego were more transparent with
Yes.
this about why they do things. And this is what we've been saying for 2 whole years while we've been doing this.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of their biggest issues, that they have no transparency. There's no, oh yeah, we messed up. This is why we did that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that kind of thing.
But it's slightly weird they can get away with it.
Why, what?
If you imagine a toy shop selling toys to kids and then suddenly went, oh no, we're not selling that for a little bit, we've got other stuff to sort out, that wouldn't go down well. You would have parents going, no, tell us what's wrong with it, why are you not selling it, do we have to stop using it? And Lego have just gone,
well, has anyone asked Lego? Like, who can talk?
We went to a store and we asked.
Yeah, well, are they Lego? I mean, yes, they are representatives of Lego, but they're going to be the last
people who you bought it from. Those are the people who should be telling you.
Maybe I should have
why
asked
it's
on
not there.
the forums of our lug and see if someone could ask Lan, because I would like to know.
Yeah,
I'll put that as an action item. Just start it on a bit of paper.
Yeah, that's what the star means.
Yeah, that's always to action. Okay, right. So we also missed last week, between recording and the podcast coming out, the D&D set. Surprise, surprise.
I know.
It was the one that we were expecting. I didn't see that coming at all.
No, not at all.
I mean, it was quite clearly the best of the bunch.
It was.
By a very large margin.
I would say so. I know that some people have complained that it's not D&D enough.
It's got a dragon.
It has got a dragon. It's got a beholder in it as well, which I didn't realise because
that was in one of the
main
other pictures,
picture, that you look at, you can't tell that. It's like in a basement thing. And so it is more...
Not a basement. One might consider a dungeon.
A dungeon?
I don't know. Is that not... Dungeons are basement-y? Like,
I don't...
Look, if you were trying to sell that it's Dungeons and Dragons-y,
okay,
use the term dungeon, not basement.
Okay.
All those people who have basements don't put people in them. Just to clarify.
What is the difference in a basement and a dungeon?
The ability to freely go between them. Like, if you can leave a basement and something doesn't attack you while you're down there. I think that's the difference. Because like Dungeons and Dragons, it's not really a dungeon. I've put some people and I'm keeping them secure. It's more, it's a... is that how it works? A dungeon, it's more like a...
Well, it depends on
a lair
how
and
you're
it's
playing
kind
it.
of scary.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was like you go into a place and it's...
Go into a dungeon and there's a dragon there.
But like,
that's how it works.
Yeah, but in my head, dungeon is like a jail. And I don't think it's that kind of dungeon.
Yeah.
Maybe we use that slightly wrong. I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyway, use the right terms.
Yes. Okay. So there's a beholder in a dungeon. There's a dragon. It's very
quite clearly along the brief.
And I mean, we didn't look through all the entries.
No, of course. We did look through quite a few.
Yeah, we did. After we recorded the episode where we talked about the ones that had been shortlisted, we did go through and look through pages and pages and pages. And to be fair, I don't remember seeing anything that was better.
There was quite a lot that was of a similar standard, which mean it was quite clear they'd picked a winner, as opposed to picking 5 of that standard for us to choose from.
But I would say all those ones for standard were the same style. They were the same kind of dragon landscapey one, as opposed to a dice tower or...
There was some cool dice towers.
Yeah.
I mean, I was impressed by how many there were that I liked, compared to the fact that there was 5 and 4 of them were not all that good.
Yeah.
So it seemed odd that they hadn't chosen more.
Yes.
Of a better standard.
Yeah.
But people are concerned that they're not going to do it right. They're
Well, people are always
chop
concerned
half of it
by
off.
that.
I mean, everyone likes it, but no one wants to spend the price it will be to get it.
Yeah.
As is. So you've got to make some sacrifices somewhere. Where do you make them?
Yeah.
Just take the dragon out, it's not important.
Yeah. Take the dungeon out. Just turn it into a basement, it'll be fine.
Sorted.
But yeah, I think there's concerns that if they dumb down the dragon, then it will definitely detract
you
from
definitely
the set.
don't want a Brickley just like hugging onto the side of that tower, do you? That would not be the same.
And obviously people were upset about the vote, that the vote wasn't a binding vote, it was just another piece of information that would go into the choice.
Were we able to see the end result of the vote?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess not.
If it didn't win the vote, then I feel something odd's going on.
I'm not even going to bother looking. It quite clearly was the only one worth voting for.
I could see... I think the argument is that some D&D fans didn't think it was D&D enough and one of the others should have won.
Yeah.
But the people voting weren't all D&D players.
No.
They were general Lego people.
Yeah, because we like Lego. Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it was predictable. The controversy was predictable.
There's always going to be controversy over something that people care that much about. And D&D, like, the people who like D&D like D&D.
Yes.
So I don't think you can make everyone happy in that scenario.
No.
But they did do a bad job of picking 5 things.
I just think they went with 5 different types of entry.
Yeah, but they were better, like Dice Towers. They were better other things. Yeah. They could have chosen better ones of those. And then they might have stood more of a chance. Like, people might have gone, oh yeah, that's a good example of that. I'll go with it.
Maybe.
Okay, new releases. So we've obviously had 2023. Do we think Lego is on target for a good year? Based on what we've been hearing. I know. Loads of things went out of stock, apparently. Is that right? I mean, I've not really looked online, but there were certain sets that definitely went out of stock.
Yeah.
So if I go...
I've definitely heard the Nissan Skyliner went out of stock.
Skyliner? I think
Sky.
you've added an extra R there.
Yeah.
I think it's just a Skyline.
Whatever.
I'll check. Skyline.
Yeah.
Out of stock.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much instant. And in the stores as well. How is the modular looking? I'm just going to check that one. What is the modular? It's a jazz club, isn't it?
Yeah. One word.
It's not one word. Not out of stock online. Available now. Let's buy it, shall we?
So on Lego, can't you see all the new sets? And then if you go to the end of it, you'll see all the ones that are out of stock, won't you?
Yeah, I'll show in-stock items only. So there's 207 products on this page. If I click that button, 136.
That's quite a lot out of stock.
It is.
Although, does this also include some of the coming soon ones, maybe?
That's 71. That's over a quarter. Oh, you got some pre-orders of the bouquet. Didn't know that was pre-ordering in our country. The money tree's out of stock now. Darn, we haven't got that. The birdhouse is out of stock.
That's odd.
Well, people think it's cute, and it is cute. The calendar's on there. Tie Bomber, out of stock. Chinese New Year one isn't out of stock. Cat Hotel, Friends set. Woo! Yay for Friends!
Yeah.
People like cats.
The thing we don't know is whether that's because they didn't make enough of them.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
That's the thing. There's not enough data.
You know, it's like with Friends sets, do they assume that the number of online orders is going to be quite low, and so therefore most of it's been sent out to shops?
Shop based. The Sword Outpost Minecraft sets out of stock. Oh, so yeah, there is a coming soon there, but there's only one so far. Oh, the Parrot is coming soon. So
yeah.
The Clone Troopers Battle Pack, surprise, is out of stock.
Yeah.
That was clearly going to happen.
Well, yeah, because army builders go and try and buy lots of them.
Oh, some of the Avatar sets are out of stock. The Batman keyring is out of stock because people like Batman. Or they were trying to get free delivery.
Yes. What can I add? I know, Batman.
The Deep Dark Battle from Minecraft is also out of stock. The Twirling Rapunzel, people like that because it's £9 and it's got Rapunzel in, and actually it's a really nice build.
It is,
and I like it. It's sturdy.
Yeah,
it's got a function to it. I'm considering just like motorising it and using it as my new build a minifigure, minifigure Monday stand.
Seems good
because it's prettier. Sorry, your one that you made me is lovely, but this one looks nicer. Coming soon, so there's definitely some coming soon in there. I don't know how to separate those out easily. The otters are out of stock. We didn't get the otters.
We didn't get the otters.
Oh no, what are we going to do?
I'm sure we will manage to get otters at some point.
Yeah, the wave was very key. So this is the thing. People were seeing Fast and Furious fans in the queue that don't buy Lego coming to get that set. People were seeing people who just think that that's a beautiful piece of art coming to get the Great Wave. Because it does look nice. Like, that versus Starry Night, I'd buy that one for sure. I'm really liking that. I actually really like that artwork anyway. So to get it in Lego form, I'd consider putting that on my wall. In fact, that's a one that I am thinking about.
Are you?
Oh yeah, it's cute. I did like Lego Overwatch's one, I think slightly better. I thought, oh no, do I like it better? I just thought his was good as well. Like the way he used the mech arms or whatever they are, the little grabby on pieces. Have you seen it? Not enough to know. what I'm
Not
talking
in
about.
enough detail, no.
You should do more research sometimes, Ian.
I don't know what we're going to talk about before I sit down, so it's difficult to do research in advance.
You could come up with ideas.
Some of them are my ideas.
They're all pretty much your ideas. This one's mine, though.
This one was yours, that's why I have no knowledge about it.
I just thought about it. Just because I thought it was a good time to talk about this kind of stuff. The Park Tractor, that one's out of stock.
There's no obvious pattern as to what's out of stock.
So, again, it could come down to the lack of stock for some, and therefore it's not that exciting.
Yeah. So obviously Lego have to try and guess how much of each set they're going to have, and sometimes they're going to get it wrong and have too much stock, and that's when you start seeing stuff go on discount.
Yeah. So I read Brick Fanatics have already got these are the sets that are retiring this year. It's crazy. It's January.
Yeah.
But you've got to start somewhere, I guess. And the foosball table is apparently 13 months. That's it. That's its run.
Okay.
So that's going to be going soon. Not soon. End of year.
Yeah.
Which it kind of feels a bit sad for the person who made that, because that's a limited run. They don't get much back from it.
Yeah.
And especially, do you think they're taking the cut to their proportion of the sales because it's being sold at 30% less?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? So quite a large number of the ones that are showing us out of stock are books. Right. I'm wondering whether they've just decided to add the books to the website, but they don't actually have any stock of those. Because I can't imagine people have bought that many books, especially when one of the books is Christmas ideas. Like, maybe that was out before Christmas and it was already out of stock. Yeah. But there were definitely things... Oh, did you see the daffodils in that list?
I don't think I did, but I wasn't looking too closely.
No, okay, that one's in stock online, but again, that was one that people were talking about. Apparently there's a TikTok that involved Lego flowers, and I haven't seen that, but that might be why that one's out of stock, because TikTok made people do things. But it's not out of stock. But it was out of stock in the stores. Was it? People were saying it was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was it Greg?
Greg was saying that they sold more of it than the Skyline, but he didn't say that it was out of stock. Definitely,
some people I've heard talk about it, so it was very vague. Some people, I've heard them.
Yeah, this is how rumours start.
I like starting rumours. But is this indicating a good year for Lego or not? Did they do better last year? How would we ever know?
Yes.
Because there's so much data that we don't have. Like, how many sets did they actually sell? We'll wait for the results. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
I mean, we found out that the Sheffield store ran out of the gift with purchase VIP packs.
Yep. So that's...
Is that, again, did they just...
not have enough? Or...
Yeah, underestimate the amount of people buying stuff.
I think the thing is, you can get people to the store with an IP that people care about and a low price tag, because that's what Speed Champions does.
Yes.
People who are fans of Fast and the Furious and they don't want to spend a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good way to bring them in. Instead of people who are fans of trainers and then have to spend 120 for one shoe. Like, that collaboration made no sense to me and didn't seem to do very well. So, like, they've got to pick better collaborations, and I think this one has been quite a good one.
Yes.
Everyone laughs. It's Too Fast, Too Furious, just to clarify.
Yes, I know.
Like I'm some sort of Fast and Furious expert.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing I just wanted to give people a heads up is that the PAB Online Standard is reopening soon. So if you are wanting to put your orders in, pay attention to that.
So which one's Standard?
Standard is the one that's like the more obscure parts, as opposed to the bestsellers. The bestseller is doubled in parts as well. So there's a lot more on there. I don't know if doubled is entirely accurate. That's what it said on the LAN post that I saw. So I started making our list of PAB that we want to order. Okay. So we need to sit down and go through that one evening. And I think it's an intense sit down and go through it, because we need to catch up. We're so behind. And then we need some sort of process involved, some sort of change management request, a body check system.
A Trello board.
Oh, yeah, everyone loves a Trello board. I do love a Trello board, but I don't use them very often these days. I just use paper.
Yeah.
Because it's just me. I can just write it down. Like,
shockingness.
It's funny. I'm not a team. There's no I in team, apart from when it's just you on your own. Then I'm team. Go team me.
There's a me.
Yeah, but it's not spelt right. You have to rearrange the letters. Right, so that's all I have on my list. Anything else you wish to speak about, Ian? Any more words you wish to say?
No.
No, nothing special happening tomorrow.
Wednesday.
No, the actual tomorrow from when they're listening to this.
The tomorrow from when they're listening to this. So this goes out on a Thursday, so it'll be Friday the 13th.
My birthday's on Friday the 13th this year. I hadn't even noticed that it was going to be on a Friday. Oh, that's so exciting. I don't know why, but the fact that it's on a Friday the 13th makes it more exciting than just on the 13th.
So it's your birthday?
It's going to be my birthday, yeah.
Could have told
I
me.
know. I feel like I haven't given you enough warning.
You haven't.
But actually I have, because I've asked you several times, is that all you've got me? Can I have more presents, please?
Like you're saying no.
And I'm just making it clear that I am genuinely serious. Where are all my presents?
Got you exactly what you asked for.
No, you got me one of the things I asked for.
No, I got you everything you asked for.
Oh no, I need to ask for more things. I want that heart. The little heart thing. Leah wants it. I'll build it with her. How cute is that?
It's quite cute.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's £11 cute though.
No.
I think I'd like that if I went into the store and they gave it to me free.
Mm.
Like one of those make and takes. But I do like it.
For those people listening, we're talking about a weird heart-shaped
It's the heart
flower
ornament
thing.
Shall I tell them the set number so they can Google it?
Go on then.
People don't trust Googling things we say these days.
That's true.
40638. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, I think we're done. So, in summary...
You're going to try and summarise what we just talked about. Oh, that's just silly.
Yeah, I don't know why I said in summary.
No.
In summary, we've discussed lots of topics and none of them have a...
Yeah, so like we came to a conclusion on anything. Lego needs to be more transparent.
Yes, in summary, Lego needs to be more transparent.
We can say that at the end of every episode.
And it's my birthday soon! Woo! So if you want to listen to any of our previous episodes... Don't forget to check out our playlist, which will be linked up at the end or in the show notes. And we'll be back next week for some more podcast fun. Bye, everybody.
Bye.